Hello, welcome back. Now this battle is against someone called Shu. We're back to battle spot now, by the way. Shu, I believe, was from France somewhere, and Shu actually had a mono fire team. Mono except a Manectric, which is why I brought a Raichu with me. So I thought if two can play at that game. But yeah, Shu was all about the shinies, the Shunies. And if anything, this battle made me appreciate how pretty cool Ninetales is. Because it really took some hits. So yeah, let me get my... I made notes of these ones. No, I didn't. I made notes of other ones. Okay, not to worry. But yeah, Charizard X. I was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all. Whenever you see a Charizard, you can kind of assume it's going to be Mega Charizard Y. But yeah, the Solar Beam actually came off from the Ninetales. So I bring in Arcanine simply because they can do less damage to Arcanine, and now I know it's going to be a physical attacker, I want to intimidate it. I can't burn it though, which is what the annoying thing about facing off against a fire type team. Funar switches out, and Heatran comes in. Now, one of my biggest regrets is that I didn't soft reset for a proper Heatran. I caught it before I started thinking properly about competitiveness. So, because Heatran's a fucking tank, look at it. But I shall never have one. And the same with Thundurus as well. I want to use a Thundurus, but I caught one already to complete my Pokedex. Although actually I think I've got the wrong game for Thundurus. I traded for Thundurus. So the one I want to hit with Snarl avoids it. Oh, by the way, this is a new Arcanine. It's not careful natured, it's calm natured now, and a special attacker. So instead of Flare Blitz, it's got Flamethrower. And instead of what did I have on my other one? Oh, instead of Helping Hand, it's got Snarl. I did give it, yeah. I have swapped since. I've swapped the Citrus Berry and Leftovers. So Suicune's got Citrus Berry again, and Arcanine's got Leftovers. It's a better way to do it, I think. But for this battle, it's this way around, I'm afraid. So yeah, knowing that a large number of my opponent's team, and the Charizard as well now, the Charizard wasn't weak to Earth, but now to ground, but now it is. I wanted to keep my only Earthquake user in the bag, and that Earthquake user being Mega Salamence. How about that? Outrage. Yeah. So I'm desperately keeping him out of there and trying to take out... Because I was expecting a Charizard Y, this has become much more difficult, because if it was Charizard Y, I would just switch in Salamence. It's got Rock Slide as well, so I would just Rock Slide away, Bob's your uncle. But now that it's using Outrage, I can't just switch in my Salamence, because it might get outraged. So I need to stop the Outrage. Be gone, Outrage. There we go. For the power of Earth. But Raichu's fine, it's got a Focus Sash. Ta-da! I'm bringing that Tailwind again to help my Salamence out. Because I think this was an Adamant Salamence, which I ended up using for 2 battles and then had to rebreed a Jolly one because I wanted to use Jolly instead. It's like the shortest lived member of my team ever. Now Dragafeu actually switches out, which is useful, because now both of these are just weak to ground and can't hurt my Salamence. Although it does do that. I'm guessing now it just wants to use Solar Beam to get rid of that Suicune. And then here comes Manectric, which is Wunderbar, because it means I can just Earthquake away. I do Protect, just because Raichu's always useful to keep around. Let's see what he does. Yeah, Suicune comes out this time. And in comes the Mence. Finally, I can deal with these guys. Raichu protects, but it doesn't work. However, he uses Thunderbolt anyway. Now, I would have thought, I assumed he'd know about Thunderbolt because, about Lightning Rod, because his own Pokemon has Lightning Rod there, but no. Raichu doesn't hang around, unfortunately, which I was trying to do that simply because he's a good one to have around. Which does mean Suicune has to come out and face potential Solar Beams. There was a reason for keeping Raichu out, but I can't remember what it was. I remembered it at the time. If Heatran comes out, which I am more than happy with, because I'm just going to use Earthquake, and he's not going to enjoy it. So yeah, I thought this was going to be quite easy. I thought I'd just bring in Salamence and he would take them all out, no problem. And he did do that in the end, but that Charizard X using Outrage really threw a spanner in the works, but it all worked out in the end. But it didn't work. There we go. So I think he's only got the one left now. Or has he got two? Can't remember, I'm just looking at this. There's still a couple of turns left on the battle. Oh no, he's still got two left. Beg your pardon. He's switched so much, I've lost track. There we go. So I'm assuming he's going to use Outrage or something like that. Or, no, he uses Dragon Claw in the end. And Solar Beam. And a Suicune. Now I'm planning to use Scold here onto the Charizard, just to get rid of it. However, that happens. Thought I could take it, but I couldn't. So now I'm in a bit of a pickle. However, I do Super Effect both of these. The Charizard isn't going to take that attack. So now I just have to contend with this Funa, which is a really cool name. Let's go for Flamethrower. I'm guessing it's just this most powerful move that you can use, but it's obviously not very effective. It's going to do even less now. And he does forfeit there, understandably. But yeah, a good... So this is what I was saying in the last episode against TYY, is that monotype teams seem like they're going to be easy, but because your team is so balanced, you know, it's not, if I had a ground type team or a rock type team, I would have been even easier then. But because mine is really varied, there are some on my team that do really well and some that don't. So it's trickier than you'd think. So anyway, yeah, props to these guys for using awesome teams, and I will see you in the next one when I will be using a new team, and we're a bit higher up the ladder as well, so it'll be a bit more interesting. So I'll see you then. Bye.